So every year I like to do a closeout. I like to, give a thought provoking question to my whole entire year of the year that's closing out. I did it on TikTok one time. I did it in my living room at one time. So every year I try to produce a closeout video of the year to mark, obviously, the closing and then the beginning of the new year. As we come into the ending of 2023, I like to reflect. I like to, and I don't just do this just for myself. I do this for people just close around me and a lot of other people. And I kind of present these questions. The number one question that I always start off with: what have you learned for the year? Saying, what did you improve? What do you want to improve going into the new year? Most people might call that a New Year's resolution. Think about something that you want to improve, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to take away from people that make New Year resolutions. Listen, if that's your thing, that's awesome. That's cool. More so for me, these videos, or it's more like a diary of how I progress in life, especially with my demeanor, my tone, my delivery, just overall. Am I getting better? Obviously from the studio, from finances, from my relationship, from being a partner, a father, business owner, just overall. Like, all these help me to clarify and basically dissect me. But I like to put it out there to share, to actually have people, do the same exact thing if you like to. And this year, a lot, like always, a lot has happened. What has happened? Last year, I made a New Year's resolution to spend more time with friends and family, be more engaging with people. Me personally, I want to say I probably fell short in that department. But looking back at it, I think I did put myself out there more than I normally do, basically engaging with people. I want to do more of that. That's something that I know I should do more of, and I'm working towards that. And it's not like I'm going to wait till next year. I've been doing that basically throughout the year. I actually did it basically before I came here. And it's just small little things, just me talking to a person at the gas station. I know, as small as that may sound, for me, that's huge. Finances, big step in the finance department. I'm definitely learning, or I'm redefining what finances mean to me. Okay. The direction of where I want my life to go. I'm always redefining that. The direction of where my family's heading. I'm always redefining that. Like, I'm always constantly looking to improve. But the closeout, there's a lot. As you see, one, I'm not in Utah. Obviously, I'm in my studio. I'm wearing a Utah hat. I just came back from Utah 2 days ago. Today, depending on when you watch this, today is the 31st. And we got back, Thursday. So today's Saturday, touchdown Friday morning. Shit. Yep. First time being in Utah. Very interesting. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely love it. Love the mountains, love the scenery, love everything. Wasn't really anticipating the smog. Like, really didn't expect that, but never been to Utah, so first time for everything. Went night skiing for the first time. Very interesting. I like it. I still suck at skiing, but I'm definitely gonna obviously keep trying until I get better and better at it. First, we need snow. Here on the East Coast, we don't really have snow. It kind of sucks, but go figure. What did I learn this year in 2023? I learned that I still have a lot of trauma that I still have to sort through. Now, this is the first time me actually saying it out loud, or actually saying it into a camera and putting it publicly. I still have a lot of trauma that I still have to sort out. And it flares up from time to time. It flares up with people that I really don't expect it to flare up with. And it comes out. Sometimes it comes out not in the best way. My anger definitely has got to improve. or it improved. I learned how to keep it at bay. I'm not an angry person, but I'm easily triggered from my trauma. Hence why I say I still got a lot of trauma that I have to work through. Redefining what relationship is. I'm still wrapped up on relationships and what that means, marriage, love, everything in between, friendships and stuff like that. I'm learning. I'm learning what that means to everybody, not just myself, but to everybody. How does that even look? As I actually get older, I will hope that a lot of people take this into consideration for themselves. Is that it's constantly changing. It's never the same thing each year. And if it is for you, that's awesome. There's no like jab at you or anything. It's just for me, I like to improve on pretty much everything. Relationships, what that looks like, friendships, what that looks like, my placement in my own life, my placement in my child life, saying what do all these things look like? Because it's important. I met two, actually, technically I didn't really meet them. I met them last year, but I met two clinicians from the Black Expo last year that has been a significant, big impact in the way that I look at people. And it's more of a breath of fresh air of seeing the dynamic that they have with one another and how they truly embody, in my definition, what friendship means. Like they show up for one another. They see one another for who they are. And that's very unique. A lot of people don't see the other person. They see the potential of what they place on them and try to bring it out of them, if that makes sense. But these people actually really see each other. And I want to say it's very, very nice to see that. It's been a while since I actually seen people truly showing up for one another in the way that they both need. And they constantly try to make sure that they see each other. So you know who I'm talking about. Hats out to y'all. What else? There's a lot. I'm trying to take the highlights of the year and try to condense it in a nice short little video. How I deliver, messaging is a lot better now. I'm not monotone. I'm not, okay, this is how it is and stuff like that. I can actually truly, now, there's two different versions of me. Actually, there's more than two different versions. There's multiple versions of me, but let's just stick to the topic. There's two different versions of me. There's the version that you see on social media, and then the version of me in real life. And then there's more, but I'm not getting into that. But in the social media world or in the video sense, I'm very animated, with my hands. On the other hand, I actually got a, drink. No, it's not liquor, and I really can't showcase it because I'm not sponsored. Hold on. Two different versions of me. The version of me when I started to do this was very monotone, very, very okay. But I'm learning how to project my voice and not be scared to be me. It's just straightforward. Like there's nothing else to it. Like I don't really have to get into depth. It's definitely been a work in progress. I definitely learned how to listen to my voice while I'm talking simultaneously as I'm do X, Y, and Z. No, I've just been doing it. 2023, what have I learned in 2023? I'm ending that statement, going into the next statement. Sorry, I didn't kind of prep you into the next segment. What have I learned? Other than, obviously there's still a lot of trauma that I got to work through. I actually truly saw what trauma bonding looked like in real life. And I realized that over the course of any relationship that I was trying to develop, I was doing the same thing. And that was a very big eye opener for me. One of the biggest things that I used to say, like, if you haven't struggled like I struggle, you can never relate to me. And there's some truth to that, but it's more about I was looking for comfort. If a lot of people know what that is, I don't really need to go into depth, but let's just give a little bit more in depth into it. Don't want to spend too much time with it. Let's go. If you don't know what trauma bonding is, it's basically just bonding over something that both of you have some type of similarity to that issue. Let's just say that both people grew up in a single family household and their father was abusive. That's a bonding that y'all can, or that's a trauma that y'all can bond over, whether it's good or bad, and a lot of people do that. I was looking at the negativity of my trauma and I was trying to project it on other people and keeping a lot of people at bay and like, yo, you don't understand me, you don't understand this, or whatever the case may be. Just keep putting up walls and making excuses why I can't get close to somebody. And that did hinder a lot of relationships that I had. And it ended a lot of relationships that I had too, because I was internalizing that this person can never be close to me in a way that I need them to be because they didn't walk the same line that I walked. And again, there's some truth to that, but I never let a person, or I didn't give a person a chance to even prove or even get close to me to even figure that out. So that was something that was kind of hard for me to digest and actually to say out loud. And I had to work on that because I don't want to make it about a black or white issue and stuff like that. And I'm using the word black and white, but it means for any option, or it means the complete opposite from you. It don't need to be, obviously I'm black and that person's white. It just means that obviously you're just a different person. I learned that we all have some type of excuse on the world, and including myself. I am no different. I do a lot of hard work on trying to eliminate all my obstacles, all my hindering, but there's still things that I still got to work on. And 2023, I think I saw 2023 was a year to learn. For me, I could say I learned a lot, but I learn all the time anyway. I learned in 2006. I learned in 2020. I learned in 1998. Like, I'm constantly learning, but I'm more aware of it now. I can see how certain things play in my life and certain things don't play in my life. And I can also see how certain people bring value in my life. And also I see how other people don't bring value in my life. And that's kind of hard, especially for me. I'm very easy to cut people off with no reason or rhyme, or just, if you don't breathe a certain way that I don't like, I just see you later. And that's just more just to protect myself. It's not because the person is just, I don't want to deal with all the fuckery. I still do that. I just do a little bit slower now. There was a lot of trauma, or there was a lot of aha moments in 2023 for me to recognize. And I have a smirk on my face because that it is refreshing to know that I'm constantly still learning, and it's good. Like I want to learn. I want to be in situations that I want to grow and be stronger and be wiser. Like, I don't want to stop learning because I think I know everything. And to be honest, if you think you know everything, you're already lost. But that's a whole nother topic. We're not talking about that today. 2023, I didn't do a lot of traveling, but as you can tell just by my tone, I've been learning a lot and I've been taking it all in. I did travel to Utah, and that was very interesting. And I actually like it. I mean, I would like to go back and actually travel the state some more. Like I wanna see what Utah have to offer. Shit, I want to see what the whole West Coast have to offer. But basically that's in time. What do 2024 look like to me? Honestly, it looks like this, but just on a bigger scale. Just constantly keep learning, constantly keep growing, constantly keep putting myself out there. I don't like to say like I'm about to make a New Year's resolution. This morning, it was like, new year, new me, or new me, new year, whatever slogan that goes. I don't believe in that. The reason why I don't believe in that, if you don't change your mindset, there will never be a new you. Okay. You can't go into the new year confessing that you're going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. I'm going to, open up that business. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to end that relationship. I'm about to buy a new car. But if you approach anything with the same mentality, you won't achieve it. I'm sorry. It's literally that simple. So to say like, oh, new year, new me. If it's a new year with the old mentality, you get the same results. There you go. It doesn't change. Now you can start off the new year with this motivation and like, oh yeah, I'm going to have to do this and I'm about to do that. But eventually you will lose steam because you didn't change your mentality or how you view the world. And if you don't do that, you don't really change anything. I started this thing called Clean House back in 2010, I would say, probably 2010, 2011. I think it was when my daughter was born. And Clean House it's kind of like the concept of spring cleaning. Like you go through everything and you clean house. And literally and metaphorically, I clean house. Anything that did not serve me in that year, I get rid of it, including people. I've been doing that for about 13 years now. 13 years. Every single year, I go through my whole entire roster, friends, family, coworkers, whatever the case may be. If you did not bring value to my life, there's no reason for me to continue to be in your life or vice versa. And that's where, again, people, things, anything. I already got rid of my old car, already got a new car already. That was the first step, Definitely got to get the old car because the old car was giving me shit. So I had to get a new car. The studio is obviously growing like always. I'm not going to give you the list of people that I will be cutting out of my life because that's, no offense, none of your business. But it will be happening in 6 more hours. I know that sounds really fucked up, but I like to keep my peace. Talking about peace, I learned what peace means to me. Truly, like really, truly what that means to me. And peace comes from being comfortable in my own skin and my own environment that I create. I want to emphasize on what I create. Not being comfortable in somebody else's environment doesn't bring me peace. It has to be in my environment. I can navigate in anybody else's environment, but for me, what peace looks like is creating my own universe, my own world. Now, that goes into the next segment of what 2024 looks like. As funny as this may sound, or as profound or motivated or inspired, whatever word that you want to throw onto what I'm about to say next, have at it. I truly learned that you can truly create your whole environment that you want. Now, before you make any type of comment or type or say anything that, oh, no shit, Sherlock, that's one thing I was skeptical about. Doing the fact that I was doing that ever since that I said I want to open up my own business and do what I am doing now. I created the life that I wanted. I created the universe, but there was always hesitation and skepticism. Hope I didn't tongue tie that. There was always, or it was met with skepticism on, am I actually doing this? Or can I actually do this? Is this for me? Am I good enough? That one right there, am I good enough? Am I good enough to do what I said I want to do? Am I smart enough to accomplish what I want to accomplish with everybody else that's, what I perceive to be more accomplished, more well off, more diverse? They might speak a certain way, they might move a certain way, they might hold themselves in a different standard and how I look at myself. And there was some basic comparison. I don't look like that. I don't sound like that. I don't act like that. I don't dress like that. Am I worthy to have what I say that I want? That has been happening, I would say, probably from 2020. Always questioning me, am I good? Am I good enough? I need to get another degree. I got to learn something else to prove to myself that I am better. I am great. I am worthy and all that. And then I stopped. Not stop learning. I just stopped comparing. I learned that I was basically I was a walking contradiction. I was doing what I told myself I would never do. And that's comparing myself to everybody in my environment. And that it didn't stop me from achieving what I wanted to achieve or to obtain. It just slowed me down a little bit, if that makes sense. I find myself sometimes at night or down here at the studio comparing myself, looking at, my age bracket, and I'm not where supposedly what society said that I need to be at, or where I'm at in my relationship with my family or my child and stuff like that. Am I good enough? Am I a good father? Am I doing everything that I possibly can? And that question on, am I doing everything that I can possibly can to do? That made no sense. Am I doing everything? Am I doing everything that I know I can for everybody in my life? And that was a big question for me. That was a thought-provoking question for me. Am I doing everything to my capabilities? And I have to be honest. In certain areas, no, I wasn't. I wasn't giving it my all. I was 30%, 40%, maybe even 15%. I'm not going to name the areas because, again, it's basically none of your business. But these are my thoughts that I have. These are my internal dialogues that I have with myself. Am I being the best version of myself? Am I showing up? Am I showing up? Me and my daughter had a conversation about growth and like life and stuff like that. And, our relationship is, I like to define it as a perfect dynamic of father and daughter. And just listening to her just brought me so much joy, so much love and understanding that this child of mine, as complex as she is, she taught me a lot. She definitely taught me how to love, how to see the world in a different way. And it's not bad. It's not bad. But I want to do the wrap up. I want to wrap this up real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time and stuff like that. I just want to say, 2023 was a great year, and 2024 would be an awesome year for myself. And however you want to design and however you want to present your life, just remember you are in control of that. You are the driver, you are the navigator, you are the architect of your own world. Anything inside your world that you don't like, you have full control over it, and you can get rid of it or you can keep it. It's totally up to you. But keep in mind, it is up to you. Nobody else can destroy your world other than you. You can allow people to destroy your world, but then you're giving people your own power. So with that said, I want to say Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, and I wish you the best in 2024. and more to come. With that, I'm about to get out of here because I've been here too long and I got to edit this. So, Happy New Year's.